Good evening, everyone.
Despite the conditions, the captain is asking the openers to pad up. Might be a costly decision. The bowlers will fancy their chances of early wickets.
Yes.
That's great fielding. That ball was flying.
Wade gets off the mark.
A big opportunity. They've worked hard in recent weeks. They should have the confidence to build an innings and get big runs on the board.
Yep.
Pick that well, and that's on its way to the boundary.
You could see by how it whistled away to the boundary just how sweetly this was timed.
Right there.
It was a good comeback after that boundary last ball.
Waiting.
Finds the fielder with that shot.
No runs on that occasion, got into position nicely, just too early on the shot. Couldn't find a gap.
Wow, that's missed the lot.
Oh, nice one.
Just need to settle down. The timing's off. These deliveries are there to be hit. Time for cool heads.
Yep.
Great shot through the gap. Perfect timing.
Fine placement and enough timing to get that ball away to the boundary.
9 runs added there. The Hurricanes are none for 9. The right-arm fast bowler is coming into the attack from the pavilion end.
Good return, back from the deep. A bit of a mix-up, they'll need to improve their communication.
Yeah, mate.
Hit that hard, nailed it.
That was timed very, very well. Great shot, driven down the ground and flew over the boundary.
Yep. Keeper.
A little bit of confusion out in the middle, but they've got back quickly, no harm done. Both batters survive.
Yep. Keeper.
Confusion written on the batters' faces, a mix-up that almost led to a run-out.
My word, how's that not a wicket?
Well, look how close that was to off-stump. The timing on the shot was poor. Really didn't even get close to the ball. Very lucky to get away with that.
Wait.
Couldn't get it through the field. End of the over. 9 runs coming from it. The Hurricanes are none for 18. Ralph from the grandstand end.
This field's looking for more balance between attack and defence.
Yeah.
Good return back from the deep. Well, didn't push hard enough maybe between the wickets, and that prevented them getting back for 2. Wise decision in the end not to take the fielder on.
Yep.
Middle that one. Great timing.
That's just a brilliantly aggressive shot. Gets onto the front foot and it's flown over the boundary. A bit of a change-up in the field now.
Catch it.
Never an extra run on that arm. Great throw back in from the deep.
Yep.
I'd say that was the right call not to run again. There's some strong arms out there in the field.
White.
Collects that one, simple as you like, inside the ring.
No runs on that occasion. Got into position nicely, just too early on the shot and couldn't find a gap.
Hit. Keeper.
Well, that's an example of good running. Should always be on the lookout for runs in this format.
End of the over. 11 runs coming from it. The Hurricanes are none for 29.
Yep.
Good running, just finding the gap, and that allows for rotation of the strike and keeps the pressure on the bowlers.
Catch it. Yep.
You can't fault the bowling. Sometimes your opponent is just too good. Wonderful front foot shot, and there was absolutely no point in chasing that.
Catch him.
Nice shot.
Avoided the fielders, one bounce and four. Fantastic shot.
A boundary off the last ball. Is it a sign they're trying to push the run rate?
White.
Does very well to get quickly across to that one.
White on.
Can't get that outside the ring field.
Yep.
Loud appeal. The right armour is coming into the attack from the grandstand end.
Yep.
Goes up and over for 6. That's the positive option.
That's a brilliantly aggressive shot. Gets onto the front foot, and it's flown over the boundary.
Yeah, mate.
Well, they were moving quick between the wickets. I thought for a moment they were going to go again. In the end, I reckon that would have been just too risky.
Catch.
That's right off the meat of the bat.
Solid partnership, 50 so far. Now it's time to really build a big score.
Hit.
Brilliant
Hit.
shot, that. Pulled in off the boundary rope. Good fielding out there.
Yeah.
Nicely clipped off the pads.
A juicy delivery like that on leg stump isn't going to be missed by this batter. They just put it away.
The crowd are really getting quite raucous. It's going to be difficult to focus down in the middle with this amount of noise.
Yep.
A little flick of the wrist to get it round the corner for an easy run.
Questions will begin to be asked. Should the captain make a change? A big over, that one. Too many loose deliveries. We've seen good control and spin from this bowler. Looking forward to seeing what they can do here. Bowled! What a way to start the over.
The first wicket's down. Back to the pavilion, and disappointment is etched on their face. Can't believe they got out like that. The captain's going to change things around in the field.
Catch it.
Struck it nicely. Could go to the boundary.
pushed onto the front foot and presented the full face of the bat.
A good contest here at the moment. 4 off the last ball. And it'll be interesting to see how the bowler can respond.
A few moves made in the field.
Brilliant diving stop.
Got hit to the boundary last ball and comes back with a dot.
Head over the ball. Great shot. That's racing away.
It was full and good night. Hit it well to pick up 4.
Yeah.
Swatted the short ball away. All the way for 6.
Don't mind getting hit for runs. What's important is to focus on getting the next ball right.
Yep, yep.
Playing all their shots in that over. A very expensive over. Going with spin now.
Adam Zampa, the new bowler, into the attack for the Melbourne Stars.
Wait.
Good piece of fielding to stop some runs.
Wait.
Doesn't beat the infield.
Yes.
They make it home, but there should never have been the chance for a run out in the first place.
Yeah.
Well, the communication's not great between these two. There's a lot of hesitation in their calls. On that occasion, looking for a second. In the end, a good decision not to go through with it.
Yeah.
Decide against the second, way too late. I think they'd have been well short if they had continued.
Yeah.
Beautiful cover drive. A hint of movement in the air and eased towards the boundary.
That was pure elegance, right out of the textbook, that shot. The captain trying to stop the rotation of strike with these field changes.
Yep.
Onto the front foot. Super shot. Should be 4.
Didn't time it at all, but managed to get it away to the boundary. The captain bringing in the field here, trying to prevent the strike rotating.
Yes.
Got all of it, and for 6.
That ball has been hit. It's flown into the crowd. To get that much power coming forward on the front foot is ridiculous.
Yeah.
A real beauty. Just times it so well. Nicely fielded on the boundary.
The fielder could only pick that up off the boundary rope, punched that away through the covers with exquisite timing.
Yes.
Cartwright did very nicely out there on the boundary.
Tucked it nicely into the gap. Pick up a single, rotate the strike.
Yeah.
Good return there, back from the deep. You never really want to chance that arm going for a third. Did well there.
Misses everything.
Good ball.
That's wild. Nothing elegant about that shot. Just not timing it at all. That's poor play.
Really playing all their shots that over. Really expensive.
Yep.
That races away to the boundary. A beautiful shot off the front foot. Just textbook stuff.
Always difficult to focus after what happened last ball. But you just got to stay positive and believe the wicket will come.
Well, that's the 50. Blink and you'd miss it. There has been some really good batting strokes. Just masterful play.
Yeah.
Got that away nicely. Good work there on the boundary.
They make it back, but that was much closer than it needed to be.
Yep.
What a great piece of fielding. 4 runs saved for sure.
Good running, just finding the gap, and that allows for rotation of the strike and keep pressure on the bowlers.
Yep.
That's right out of the middle of the bat.
Gets onto the front foot, and that shot is full of aggression, sent high and long over the rope.
Yes.
These two are so quick between the wickets. I thought for a moment they were looking for another, but I think that would have been too risky.
19 runs added there. The Hurricanes are 1 for 121. Coulter Nile, the right armour, is coming into the attack from the pavilion end. Perfect technique and placement.
Judged the length absolutely beautifully. Footwork was immaculate, but it was the hands that got that to the fence.
Yep.
Really good shot there.
That really wasn't a great delivery. Seen early, and it was dispatched with aplomb.
Yeah.
Couldn't have hit that any better.
It was just a little bit too full, and it was beautifully timed.
This match is getting unbelievably exciting, and the crowd have joined the party. It's pretty noisy in the ground. Right off the middle of the bat.
It was in the air for a long time, but 4 bounced just inside the rope.
Getting nicely settled at the crease now. Would have been really happy with that last shot.
Yeah.
Good bit of timing there.
That was a massive shot, middled, and it flew over the boundary. Brilliant stuff.
Will you listen to the crowd? They are loving it. It's difficult to hear yourself think in here. Edged it. They certainly don't feel like they've got anything on that, but almost every fielder is asking the question. Out! What a catch!
That was a very good knock in the end. I'm sure a few more runs would have been better, but this has indeed been a good innings.
That total just means the bowlers have really got to be on their game. Feels a really below par score.
Yes.
Quick onto that in the infield.
The Stars get underway easy as you like with a single.
Gotch is new to the crease. They'll be keen to field bat on ball early on.
Play. Yes.
Cuts that off well in the infield.
And with that, they're off the mark.
Beaten on the drive. Chance.
Beautiful slower delivery, just hitting air on that one. That was just too good.
Huge shot. That's a massive shot. Just incredible.
That's what you pay the entrance money for. It's flown into the crowd. A brilliant shot off the front foot. No need to move.
Yep.
Caught, gone.
The first wicket is down, back to the pavilion, and disappointment is etched on their face. Can't believe they got out like that.
Yeah. Good ball.
Needs a direct hit.
Yep.
Misses. They failed to make their ground but can't hit the stumps. 9 runs added in that over. The Stars are 1 for 9. Thompson coming into the attack from the pavilion end. That's an unbelievable shot into the crowd.
Yes.
Well, that was just textbook. Finds the space and power to lift that ball over the top, and it just keeps going.
Yep.
Got to the boundary. Last ball, punches it into the gap to get a single. Excellent batting.
Yeah.
Finds the fielder with that shot.
Well, that would have been a very risky run. The right call was made in the end.
Yes. Oh.
Could that be out? Looks so.
Well, they lose the second wicket. It's a long way back to the sheds, and you can tell they're not happy with that dismissal.
Difficult period as they come to the wicket. They'll take plenty of time to set themselves up before facing their first ball. That's right out of the middle of the bat.
Off the front foot, hit it with all the power and elegance of a batter right at the top of their game.
Nicely played.
There was a bit of width on that, and they've climbed into the shot to send it up and over for 6.
End of the over. 19 runs coming from it. The Stars are 2 for 28. Finds the edge. Huge appeal. Easy catch. Didn't have to move, really.
A long walk back to the pavilion. This has not been a good knock. Not what you expect from someone of this skill level.
And with that wicket, the new batter will mark their guard. They just need to rotate the strike early on as they get settled.
Good precision with a throw back from the deep. It wasn't a bad ball, got it short enough, but they were onto it so early. Pivoted onto the back foot and punched it away behind square.
Times it nicely.
Up and over the top. There's always more room in the air. 1 bounce and 4, fantastic shot.
That's gone all the way, right out of the middle.
The runs are starting to come now. Really good shot for 6. This innings is starting to build.
I'd like to see them aim for the top of off now. As a bowler, you've got to make them play on your terms.
Yep.
Huge shout. The bowler seems very confident with that one. The Hurricanes having a good chat. Don't know if it's worth using a review on it, though.
Oh, that's so close, but the decision will stay the same. The narrowest of margins sees the not-out decision stay.
It wasn't a great decision to start with. Not surprised to see the umpire's decision stand. Hit that hard, nailed it.
They've attempted the slow ball, but that's been pounced on and hit high into the stands. Brilliant timing.
End of the over, 18 runs coming from it. The Stars are 3 the 46. Yep, that's going a long way. What a shot that is.
That was timed very, very well. Great shot, driven down the ground and flew over the boundary. It was a good comeback after that boundary last ball.
It's really hard not to get caught up in the excitement. The crowd are loving every minute of this game. Drives and misses everything.
Tried to get the drive away, timed it poorly, lucky to survive. It looked a pretty good delivery, to be honest. Umpire, though, has given it as a wide.
Wow, that's missed the lot.
Confusion written on the batters' faces. A mix-up that almost led to a run-out.
A lovely drive square.
It was wide and suitably dealt with.
Don't need to do anything special. Line and length is the key. Needs to be on target. Trouble. Oh, gone.
Another one gone. The fourth wicket is in the bag. A bit of trouble if there was another to fall quickly. We've seen some very good bowling.
Cartwright won't have the pressure of facing up just yet. The nerves will be rattling a bit while they're at the non-striker's end.
It's coming on to ball.
Yep.
Thick edge. A direct hit and this could be gone.
A bit of a mix-up. They'll need to improve their communication.
A change to the complexion of this match. Got to get the new batter coming forward early, encouraging them to drive and really attack the stumps.
Immediately underway with some runs.
Get that.
Nice shot.
Managed to get onto the front foot early and just incredible power to loft that one over the boundary.
Clipped neatly off the pads, should get 4.
That went all the way up toward the grandstand for 4, driven away nicely.
That last ball isn't something you'd want to see a repeat of. You don't want to be giving easy runs away. Threw the hands at it, somehow missed everything.
Well, not far away at all. Russell will be glad they didn't hear the death rattle.
The right-arm medium bowler is coming into the attack from the pavilion end.
Yep. No!
That's what happens if you stray a little down the leg side. It's too easy just to glance the ball off the pads and take the easy runs.
Absolutely nailed it.
That's just silly. The power on that shot is incredible. That's the sort of shot you want to see at a cricket match.
Goes up and over for 6. That's the positive option.
That's an amazing half-century. Just mammoth stroke making and just an impressive stint at the crease so far.
Poor shot. Really lucky.
Well, look how close that was to off stump. The timing on the shot was poor and really didn't get close to the ball. Very lucky to get away with that. Gets back in time, a good decision against taking the risky second run. Just threw the shot too early.
That's the over. The Stars are 4 for 85. Sure, the left armour is the new bowler from the grandstand end. That's right off the meat of the bat.
Yep.
Lovely shot. Gets on the drive, just powers that over the boundary. Wonderful timing.
Catch it. Up.
Oh, that is a great catch.
Starting to get really interesting now. That's the 5th wicket, and a very frustrated person is heading back to the pavilion.
Coming to the wicket, they'll be looking to play within the V early and expand as they get settled.
Yep.
A little bit of confusion out in the middle, but they've got back quickly. No harm done. Both batters survive.
Yes.
Collects that one, simple as you like, inside the ring.
Good running, just finding the gap, and that allows for rotation of the strike and keeps the pressure on the bowlers.
Flew away with pace, brilliant timing.
That's just silly. The power on that shot is incredible. That's the sort of shot you want to see at a cricket match. That's a brilliantly aggressive shot. Gets onto the front foot and it's flown over the boundary.
Questions will begin to be asked. Should the captain make a change? A big over that one. Too many loose deliveries.
Yeah.
There's a chance if this hits.
They make it home, but there should never have been the chance for a run out in the first place.
Yes.
Got forward well and was able to drive the ball. A lovely shot and good running. Just a little bit of room given. The power was immense. That has flown over the boundary. That's gone a long, long way. Well and truly into the 20s now, and surely looking towards a big score.
Right out of the middle.
That was seen so early. The timing was brilliant, and that has stayed hit. Fantastic.
Yep.
Good shot. A beauty. Playing all their shots in that over. A very expensive over. Short from the grandstand end. Couldn't get it through the field.
Trouble. Complete mix-up between these two. Just avoided an embarrassing run-out.
Yes.
Good running. Just finding the gap, and that allows for rotation of the strike. Keep the pressure up on the bowlers.
Middle that one.
Yep.
Great timing.
Well, that was timed very, very well. Great shot, driven down the ground and flew over the boundary.
Great timing, right off the meat of the bat.
The 50 comes up between this pair. It's been a strong partnership so far. A lot of people in the dressing room will be hoping it can continue. On the drive. The bowling's too good though. Great line and length. Beats the edge.
Punch behind point, all the way to the boundary.
That is an amazing half century. Just mammoth stroke making. Just an impressive stint.